Uh, this is live. Yep. All right, we're live. Um, break this out. Sorry about that. That was a little unprofessional. So, yeah, I didn't make any kind of. I didn't make any sort of advertisement or any kind of shot of warning about this because I really wanted the opportunity to talk to anybody that's willing to jump on here and just go ahead and talk. Between that and nobody saying anything, I guess I'll play some songs. The biggest problem is that you know the fact that most people don't really care to jump onto a nobody's channel and just shoot the shit. And so I really wanted to start this thing right because this is semi how this show is gonna go. And let me just clean this. So we're going to have just a live discussion. I mean, I'll do all the talking if I have to, but please just jump into the chat and just start talking. And so the whole point of shoot the shit is basically going to subjects that no one's really going to talk about. And then the fact that I also have a show tonight, which means that I got to do some practicing. So I figured, um, in a couple months, probably less than that, we will be live on YouTube probably twice, maybe three times a week. I I've been this is my baby, and this is something I've been wanting to do for a long time. The actual name Useless Agent comes from this idea that I had to make this show on YouTube. And the whole point of the show was just to kind of show people that the modern day millennial kind of knows more than we're giving credit for. Um, so let's start off with that. Let me just go ahead and tell everyone go ahead and jump in the convo. All right. So now I can't say I know for a fact what the definition or difference is between a millennial and a Gen Zer, but it seems like the difference is coming off a lot more clearly than it used to. Um, I used to think millennials were people that were born after 89 and into the 90s, but that turns out that's not true. You can be born in I think like 81 and still be considered a millennial. And I don't know. I want to say a part of me is offended by that just because of the actions that certain millennials make. But then when I saw the Gen Zers, and if that's your tribe or whatever, not knock yourself out and jump in and tell me that I'm wrong. Because I mean, all I've really seen out of that is honestly just ignorance. I definitely wanted something. I'm sorry. I definitely wanted to differentiate myself from any kind of group, be it religious, idealistic. I just never fell through with any kind of modern theology. It really never appealed to me. The idea that, oh, you should definitely have this uh, perspective, or you should think this way. None of that crap ever worked for me. And yeah, none of that shit ever worked for me, so I didn't bother with it. Um, I was raised Catholic, and I just really didn't care for any of the forced ideology and mentality to it. I never like being told what to do. I don't like being told where my limits are. I don't like being told anything other than, you know, uh, other than encouragement or constructive criticism. That's what I look for. And I always felt like Catholicism was always trying to break me down, which is what any religion, cult, or you know group of people try to do. Is they basically try to they want to break you down. They want to send you to a place where you can't think for yourself, because now when you think for yourself and you are going against the grain, then you're going to have so many people, in your face telling you, hey, you know, I don't know, it's just the dumbest things. Um, you couldn't say that because, God would be against that. And to me, it just never made sense. I'm like, why would an all knowing, omnipotent, um, you know, being care so much about what I have to say? Meanwhile, the human, I mean, I'm looking at my little ticker right here telling me who's on this thing, and that just goes to show if there's, you know, I don't know. Last time I checked, there was 8 billion people on the planet, and I can hardly reach maybe three or four. So I highly doubt anyone else is listening. Now, um, so the show is going to be done probably twice a week. It'll probably be filmed in a certain library, and we definitely want to bring on board, anyone we can. And I'm trying to figure out what's the difference between the camera and the stream. Like, what is this? It's a circle and it's got these other things. I don't know. Not exactly sure what that is. So, all right. So I'm just gonna practice a little bit. My apologies if it sounds like crap. It's really not my fault. Wake up in another room that I don't remember. How am I next to you? It's all the same, all the same. Do you need an Uber home, or do you know your way around? I'd say it's been a pleasure if I can remember your name. Formulate a little bit of an idea. Formulate a little bit Not a clue. Fill me in a little bit, 'cause I can't see. Fill me in a little bit so I know what to do. What to do. This is life and I'm following through. This is life and I'm drinking it through. This is life and I'm clowning it through. This is life and I'm smoking it through. Formulate a little bit of an idea. Formulate a little bit of a clue. Fill me in a little bit, 'cause I can't see. Fill me in a little bit so I know what to do. So that's like the newest one that I've made, and it's probably gonna sound like crap when I hear it on here. Start noticing that recording off of the actual laptop does not give me the best sound. So I figured I'd do this for about 15 minutes and test it out and see how well the sound comes out. And if it's really that bad, then we're going to have to film with a phone, because I noticed that a lot of the songs that I'm doing now, I am lucky enough to have bought a phone holder that came with a monocular, because I've been doing some spying on people. No, seriously, I just wanted to try to get some different camera angles for music videos and stuff like that. But yeah, it didn't work out too well. I tried doing the I've tried playing it onto here and on this particular computer, and I remember when I first started, it didn't have a problem, and then I started noticing it sounded really bad, and then so I went out and I bought a better speaker and sound system. And then I realized that that wasn't good enough. I needed to buy um, other things like, the mic filter and, a good microphone that you should have seen the old one I used to have. I don't know if there's any footage of it, but it was probably one of the ugliest things I've ever seen. It was just like a solid, like, little it looked like a reading light. You ever seen one of those that you attach to your book, and it has this like tiny little tube looking thing that just bends, and I don't know. It kind of reminded me of The Simpsons when Homer's being spied on through the judge, who's played by Jane Kasmerick from Malcolm in the Middle. And she had said, he basically said, "How the hell can you see me?" And she's responds with through the magic of fiber optics. Now, what's funny about fiber optics is that it was actually created in the 60s. And it's a funny thing about that. That, uh, oh shit, better than 15 minutes. All right. So, what another reason why I'm probably not getting any listeners is, or viewers, is the fact that it is 8:30 in the morning. But anyway, um, okay. So again, the point of the show was to bring back some actual journalism, and people were asking what kind of guests you want to have, and I didn't. I don't know any celebrities, and I don't really care to. I'd rather interview somebody with a very interesting life than, someone with a rich dad got him a job in acting. That's really it. And I would much rather hear the story of a guy that has been homeless for 20 years and hasn't spoken to a person in, like, if you talk to the average homeless guy, they'll be surprised that you even sit down and talk to them, because so many of them are not detached, but they've become emotionally detached from society. And I think that's because of society. Society has made so many wrinkles in this world we live in. Through fads, through attitude, and just through perception that just make no sense to me. It just makes no sense to me that why would you ignore your fellow human being? That to me, I just don't understand it. Sometimes, you will run across that crazy guy that really just wants $10 from you, but in a lot of cases, it's just guys that just can't get a job. I mean, if you come out of jail, for instance, if you come out of jail for theft, retail theft, you're screwed. You're screwed for the rest of your damn. You're screwed for almost the rest of your life. You're gonna have to rely on, certain um, bridge programs that can help you financially or help you find things, but again, a lot of times those things are entangled with churches and religion. And again, i I appreciate the civil duty of taking care of your fellow man, but I don't like the fact that you have to be a certain religion to do so. And I went to Jewish services a long time ago. Basically, I needed an extension. I had lost my job, and um, I really just needed a shot anywhere else. And the one person that gave me that shot, um, booted me out because she didn't want to, but she knew that she had to, because it was basically her family versus me. And it was a family owned joint. And so, of course, I got the boot, and I was still paying rent. And now I'm, um, about, I think I was like $400 short or something. And I went to Jewish services. Jewish services actually paid, um, they were willing to pay the rest of my rent, which was really cool, because I thought I had to be Jewish, but I don't. You don't have to. Catholic charities, Jewish charities. I love the fact that they help out people outside of their tribe, and that's really great. And yeah, you can make that, corny, stupid, stereotypical joke that, well, there are no broke Jews. I've met a lot of broke Jews, so that's not true. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and sign off for a second, and then if this comes off as bad as I think it is, I am going to move towards the cell phone and basically redo this whole thing because I still have to practice. So, yeah, catch you guys on the other side.